Before the truck hits the road and before a single box is lifted, the move begins with paperwork. For local moves, there are 5 crucial pieces of paperwork. The work ticket, the estimate, the cube sheet, the property damage form, and the Google review form. These 5 forms might seem like just paperwork, but they're the blueprint for a successful move. They lay out customer expectations. They create a chain of custody. They keep us compliant with local, state, and federal laws. They protect Mesa from claims. And they make sure we can bill quickly and accurately. First up, the work ticket. This form tells the full story of the move, such as order number, dates, destination, what's being moved, who's on the crew, and what equipment is needed. It includes the valuation coverage the customer selected, which affects insurance and liability. It shows when we arrived, when we took breaks, and when we wrapped up. And at the bottom, we've got signature sections for both the customer and driver confirming pickup and delivery. There are some key things that you need to remember with this form. 1. Customer must choose an initial evaluation option before the move begins. 2. Driver fills out arrival, break, and finish times. 3. Customer and driver both sign at origin and destination. Now, let's look at the estimate. The estimate, also known as the household goods quote, is created before move day. It outlines what the customer agreed to, the cost estimate, pack, load dates, destination, and specific charges like fuel, labor, packing, and valuation. It also explains that this is a non-binding estimate, meaning the final bill depends on what actually happens during the move. There are a few things to keep in mind with the estimate form. You won't need to fill anything out on the estimate the day of the move. But always make sure you review the most recent version of the signed estimate. Finally, be sure you check the estimate for any special charges, updated weights, or new pack instructions. You want to make sure there are no surprises. Moving on, let's now focus on the cube sheet. The cube sheet, or itemized customer survey, breaks down what's being moved, room by room. It shows the estimated weight and volume of items, what Mesa is packing, listed under the CP number which stands for carrier packed. It also shows what the customer is packing themselves, this listed under PBO number, which stands for packed by owner. All of these details gives the crew a heads up on what to expect, and helps us quote accurately to the customer. This form will have been signed and dated by both the customer and the sales representative when the job was initially booked. It is used for both packing and load planning. With all of the information on the cube sheet, it's easy to see why it is necessary for every local move. Now, let's look at another one of the 5 essential pieces of local move paperwork. Despite our best efforts, sometimes unfortunate things happen. That's why the property damage form is essential. If there's property damage, before or after loading and unloading, this form is key. Use the property damage form to note existing damage, or damage that occurred during the move. Be specific. Fill in the checkbox for the right branch, fill out all of the information, including the location of the damage, whether it happened at destination or origin, what type of damage. And make sure both Mesa and the customer sign. Please also take pictures of the property damage. This will help our claims department and protect Mesa from unwarranted claims. Send your pictures via email to your local dispatcher and to the Mesa Claims Department at claimsadjusters@mesamoving.com. It's important to note that filling out this form is not the same as filing a claim. But it does help Mesa respond to claims and protects everyone involved. We've finally come to the last of the 5 essential forms needed for every local move. It's the Google review card. When the job's done, leave your customer with one final item, the Google review card. It's a thank you note and a request for feedback. Every 5-star review makes a difference for your branch and for Mesa's reputation. We are here to help, and reviews help us grow. That covers all 5 essential forms needed for every local move: the work ticket, the estimate, the cube sheet, the property damage form, and the Google review form. If you're headed to a job and think you're missing these forms, stop and check. This paperwork matters. For the customer, for Mesa, and for you.